Prioritizing heart health is so crucial, especially if you're managing conditions like diabetes or prediabetes. It turns out the protein on your plate can really make a big difference to your cardiovascular well-being. So today we're going to unveil 8 exceptional low-fat protein sources. These are scientifically recognized for their heart protective benefits. And hopefully, this will help you make informed and delicious choices for a healthier life. 1. Salmon and fatty fish. First up, let's talk about salmon and other fatty fish. Their remarkable heart health benefits primarily come from their rich content of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically eicosapentaenoic acid, or EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, known as DHA. Now, these essential fats are absolute powerhouses for your cardiovascular system. They're known to help reduce inflammation throughout the body, which is a key factor in the development of heart disease. Omega-3s can also contribute to lowering triglyceride levels. That's a type of fat in your blood that, when it's elevated, increases heart disease risk. And what's more, they may even play a role in reducing blood pressure and preventing irregular heartbeats. So, for those of you managing diabetes or prediabetes, incorporating fatty fish into your diet is particularly beneficial. The American Heart Association actually recommends consuming at least 2 servings of fish, especially fatty fish, per week. A serving size is typically about 3.5 ounces cooked, or roughly 3/4 of a cup of flaked fish. Consistent intake helps ensure you're getting an adequate amount of these vital omega-3s to support your heart. Now, when it comes to preparing salmon and other fatty fish, the main goal is to preserve their health benefits without adding unhealthy fats. So you'll want to opt for cooking methods like baking, grilling, poaching, or broiling. These methods allow the fish to cook in its own healthy oils or with just a minimal amount of added fats, like a light drizzle of olive oil. It's best to avoid deep frying, as this adds significant amounts of unhealthy fats and calories, which can negate many of the heart-healthy benefits. Seasoning with herbs, spices, lemon juice, or garlic can really enhance the flavor without needing to rely on heavy sauces or excessive salt. And if salmon isn't always accessible or perhaps not to your taste, don't worry. Several other fatty fish offer similar cardiovascular advantages. Sardines are an excellent budget-friendly option packed with omega-3s and calcium. Mackerel is another rich source of these beneficial fats. And then there's herring, often pickled or smoked, which also provides a good dose of omega-3s. Including a variety of these fish can make your heart-healthy diet much more interesting and sustainable in the long run. 2. Skinless poultry, chicken and turkey. Next on our list is skinless poultry, like chicken and turkey. When you're choosing poultry for a heart-healthy diet, selecting lean cuts is absolutely paramount. For chicken and turkey, this really means opting for breast meat without the skin, because the skin is where a significant amount of saturated fat is concentrated. Proper portion control is also crucial. A serving size of cooked poultry is generally about 3 ounces. That's roughly the size of a deck of cards. Being mindful of both the cut and the quantity helps you reap the protein benefits without an overload of unhealthy fats. Now, to prepare chicken and turkey in a way that minimizes saturated fat, it's best to always remove the skin before cooking, or at the very least, before eating. Grilling, baking, roasting, poaching, or stir-frying with minimal oil are all excellent cooking methods. You can also marinate poultry in herbs, spices, citrus juices, or low-sodium soy sauce to add flavor without adding fat. It's a good idea to avoid frying or using creamy, high-fat sauces, as these can significantly increase the saturated fat and calorie content of your meal. If we compare it to many cuts of red meat, especially processed varieties like sausages and bacon, skinless poultry is a nutritionally superior choice for heart health. It typically contains less saturated fat and cholesterol. You see, red meat, particularly fatty cuts, has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, while lean poultry, when prepared healthily, fits well within a heart-protective eating plan. So swapping red meat for poultry a few times a week can be a really positive step. The impact of choosing lean poultry on heart health is quite significant. By reducing your intake of saturated fats, You can help lower your LDL, or bad, cholesterol levels, which is a major risk factor for atherosclerosis. That's the buildup of plaque in arteries. Skinless chicken and turkey provide high-quality protein, which is essential for muscle maintenance and overall bodily functions, all without the detrimental fats found in less lean options. This makes them a smart choice for anyone, especially those managing diabetes. 3. Beans and legumes. Moving on to number 3, we have beans and legumes. This family offers an incredible array of choices, each packed with nutritional benefits. We're talking about common varieties like lentils, red, green, or brown, chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, and navy beans. This diversity means you can easily find options that suit your taste preferences and can be incorporated into a wide range of dishes, from soups and stews to salads and side dishes. This makes them a really versatile, heart-healthy staple. One of the standout features of beans and legumes is their impressive nutritional profile. They are exceptionally high in protein and dietary fiber, yet they're naturally very low in fat, particularly saturated fat. This combination makes them an ideal food for heart health and for blood sugar management. The high protein content contributes to satiety, helping you feel fuller for longer, which can definitely aid in weight management. And that's a key factor for cardiovascular well-being. What's more, the high fiber content in beans and legumes plays a direct role in improving heart health markers. Soluble fiber, in particular, has been shown to help lower LDL, or bad, cholesterol levels by binding with cholesterol in the digestive system and preventing its absorption. Furthermore, the minerals found in legumes, such as potassium and magnesium, can contribute to healthier blood pressure levels. So, regular consumption can be a powerful dietary strategy for managing these key cardiovascular risk factors. And incorporating beans and legumes into your daily meals is probably easier than you might think. You could add chickpeas or black beans to salads for a protein boost, or use lentils as a base for hearty soups, or even as a meat substitute in dishes like shepherd's pie or bolognese sauce. Mashed pinto beans can be a great filling for wraps or a side for Mexican-inspired dishes. And don't forget, canned beans are a convenient option. Just be sure to rinse them thoroughly to remove any excess sodium. 4. Tofu and soy products. All right, let's explore tofu and soy products. Plant-based proteins, like those derived from soy, offer some distinct advantages for heart health. Tofu, which is made from soybeans, is a complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. It's also naturally low in saturated fat and completely cholesterol-free, making it an excellent alternative to animal proteins. This is especially true for individuals looking to reduce their intake of less healthy fats, often found in red and processed meats. Making this switch can contribute significantly to a healthier cardiovascular profile. Now, soy products, including tofu, are rich in isoflavones. These are plant compounds that have antioxidant-like properties. Research suggests that these isoflavones may offer several cardiovascular benefits. They've been linked to improvements in blood vessel function, helping arteries remain flexible and healthy. Some studies also indicate that soy isoflavones can contribute to modest reductions in LDL, or bad cholesterol levels, and may even have a beneficial effect on blood pressure. And while tofu is perhaps the most well-known soy product, others like tempeh and edamame also deserve a place in a heart-healthy diet. Tempeh, which is made from fermented soybeans, has a firmer texture and a nuttier flavor than tofu, and it's also a good source of protein and fiber. Then there's edamame. Those are young soybeans, which can be enjoyed steamed or boiled in their pods or shelled. Each of these offers unique textures and culinary uses, providing some nice variety in your plant-based protein intake. When you're cooking with tofu and other soy products for heart health, it's important to focus on methods that don't add excessive unhealthy fats. Tofu is incredibly versatile. Firm or extra firm varieties can be baked, grilled, stir-fried, or even crumbled as a meat substitute. Silken tofu works really well in smoothies, sauces, or desserts. Marinating tofu in low-sodium soy sauce, ginger, garlic, or other spices can greatly enhance its flavor. And a good tip is to opt for minimally processed soy foods over heavily processed soy-based meat alternatives, which can sometimes contain added sodium and unhealthy fats. 5. Low-fat dairy. Let's move on to low-fat dairy. These products offer a valuable source of protein and essential nutrients for a heart-healthy diet. Key options to consider include skim milk, which has virtually all the fat removed, low-fat yogurt, particularly plain varieties to avoid those added sugars, and low-fat cottage cheese, which is a real protein powerhouse. These choices provide the benefits of dairy, like calcium and vitamin D, without the high saturated fat content you'd find in full-fat versions, which can be detrimental to heart health. The protein content in low-fat dairy is quite significant and contributes greatly to satiety, that feeling of fullness after eating. This can be particularly beneficial for weight management, as feeling satisfied can help reduce overall calorie intake. For individuals managing diabetes, stable blood sugar levels are often supported by meals that include adequate protein, and low-fat dairy can be an easy way to achieve this. Think about a glass of skim milk, a serving of yogurt, or a scoop of cottage cheese. Now, when you're selecting low-fat dairy products, it's really important to read labels carefully. You want to choose those with minimal added sugar and sodium. Many flavored yogurts, for instance, can be very high in added sugars, which diminishes their health benefits. So, try to opt for plain, unsweetened yogurt and add your own fruit for natural sweetness. Similarly, some cottage cheese varieties can be high in sodium, so it's a good idea to compare brands and choose lower sodium options whenever possible to support healthy blood pressure. Interestingly, consuming low-fat dairy as part of a balanced diet, such as the DASH eating plan, that's dietary approaches to stop hypertension, has been linked to positive effects on blood pressure. The combination of calcium, potassium, and magnesium found in dairy products, along with their low-fat nature, contributes to these benefits. By choosing low-fat and no added sugar options, you can harness these advantages for your cardiovascular health without any unwanted additives. 6. Nuts and seeds. Next up, we have nuts and seeds. These are true nutritional powerhouses, offering a beneficial combination of heart-healthy unsaturated fats, plant-based protein, and fiber. Unlike some other protein sources that might come with saturated fats, the fats in nuts and seeds are primarily monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, which are known to support cardiovascular health. This unique composition makes them a valuable addition to any diet focused on heart protection, especially for those managing diabetes, who need to be particularly mindful of fat quality. Now, while nuts and seeds are incredibly healthy, it's true they are also calorie-dense due to their fat content. Because of this, portion control is absolutely key to reaping their benefits without contributing to unwanted weight gain. A typical serving size is about a small handful, which is roughly 1 ounce. To give you an idea, this could be about 23 almonds, 14 walnut halves, or 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Incorporating these controlled portions into your daily routine can provide significant health advantages. Among the wide variety of nuts and seeds available, some really stand out for their particular heart benefits. Almonds, for instance, are rich in vitamin E, fiber, and monounsaturated fats. Walnuts are a notable source of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Chia seeds and flax seeds are also excellent sources of ALA and fiber. Including a mix of these options is a great way to ensure a diverse intake of beneficial nutrients. And there's strong support for this. Numerous research studies have highlighted the positive impact of regular nut consumption on cholesterol levels. The healthy fats, fiber, and plant sterols found in nuts can help lower LDL, or bad cholesterol. So, for individuals with diabetes or prediabetes, who are often at higher risk for heart disease, Incorporating a sensible amount of nuts and seeds into their eating plan can be an effective strategy for managing cholesterol and supporting overall cardiovascular health. 7. Eggs and egg whites. Let's crack into our seventh option, eggs and egg whites. Eggs are a fantastic source of high-quality protein, providing all the essential amino acids your body requires for building and repairing tissues. But beyond protein, they also offer a range of important nutrients, including vitamin D, vitamin B12, choline, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. This nutrient density makes eggs a really valuable food, contributing to overall health and well-being, including supporting muscle health and brain function. Now, for many years, whole eggs were a bit of a topic of debate when it came to heart health, mainly due to the cholesterol found in the yolk. However, current research suggests that for most people, dietary cholesterol actually has a less significant impact on blood cholesterol levels than saturated and trans fats do. Egg whites, on the other hand, are almost pure protein and contain virtually no fat or cholesterol. So for individuals who have been specifically advised by their doctor to strictly limit dietary cholesterol, egg whites, or perhaps a combination of whole eggs and egg whites, can be a good compromise. The good news is that eggs can certainly fit into a heart-healthy diet when they're consumed in moderation and prepared thoughtfully. The American Heart Association suggests that up to 1 egg per day can be part of a healthy eating pattern for most individuals. The key is to focus on preparation methods like boiling, poaching, or scrambling with minimal added fat, rather than frying them in butter or pairing them with high-fat processed meats. However, for individuals with existing high cholesterol, especially those with diabetes who may have other cardiovascular risk factors, it's always wise to discuss egg consumption with their healthcare provider or a registered dietitian. They might recommend limiting whole egg intake or emphasizing egg whites. Ultimately, the key is to consider eggs within the context of your overall diet, ensuring that total saturated fat intake remains low and that your diet is rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. 8. Quinoa and whole grains. And finally, our 8th option is quinoa and whole grains. Quinoa really stands out among grains because it's a complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids. This is relatively rare for plant-based foods and makes quinoa an excellent protein source, especially for vegetarians, vegans, or anyone looking to incorporate more plant-based meals into their diet. Its robust protein profile supports muscle health and satiety, making it a beneficial addition to any diet, particularly for those managing blood sugar levels. Now, whole grains in general, including quinoa, oats, brown rice, and whole wheat, play a vital role in promoting heart health. They are rich in dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals, all of which contribute to cardiovascular well-being. The fiber in whole grains helps manage cholesterol levels, supports healthy digestion, and can aid in blood sugar control by slowing down glucose absorption. This is particularly important for individuals with diabetes or prediabetes. One really effective way to boost the protein content and nutritional value of your meals is to combine whole grains with other protein sources. For instance, you could serve quinoa with grilled chicken or fish, add it to bean salads, or use it as a base for a stir-fry with tofu. Pairing grains with legumes, like the classic rice and beans, can also create a complete protein profile while increasing your fiber intake. And it's worth repeating that the fiber content in quinoa and other whole grains has a significant positive impact on cholesterol levels. Soluble fiber, in particular, forms a gel-like substance in the digestive tract that can bind to cholesterol and prevent its absorption into the bloodstream. This action helps to lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, reducing a key risk factor for heart disease. So, regular consumption of fiber-rich whole grains really is a cornerstone of a heart-protective diet. In conclusion, choosing a diverse range of low-fat, high-quality protein sources truly is a cornerstone of supporting robust heart health. By focusing on options like fish, lean poultry, beans, and plant-based proteins, you can significantly reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease and improve your overall well-being. This is especially important when you're managing diabetes. So, if you found this information helpful, please do share this with others who might benefit. We encourage you to subscribe for more updates on heart-healthy living. And we'd love to hear from you. Why not comment below with your favorite low-fat protein recipes or tips?